Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to PyroFalkon Plays SimCity 2013. Once again, I have the mic about a half a millimeter away from my mouth, which is probably how I did the deep voice effect I've done in the last episodes. And I think the deep voice effect, the whole soothing voice effect, sounds better than my real voice, which is a bit more high-pitched and nasally or something. Anyway. So, yeah, you just saw a cold open again, which should probably tell you that something is afoot. Just real quick, before I get started on my little project, I was contemplating, as my previous episode was titled, I was contemplating my future with this game and the Let's Play, but I decided quitters never win, winners never quit, so we are going to keep going. Hello, airplane. But, the thing is, in another episode I have previously recorded, I mentioned something about keeping my eyes on the prize, which is getting everything done for that stupid great work. So, I sort of have neglected to do that with both Engelland and Leadozer, so I decided to take a little drastic measure. In a way, I'd like to think this is kind of beautiful. Fresh start, fresh, nice little land plot, and even a fresh name. So, sorry Chris, it had to be done, and in case you are wondering, Lee, I promise you, your city will not have to deal with this either. I have plans for Leadozer. But like I've said, desperate times call for desperate measures. And frankly, this was the only way I could pull this off. But I had mentioned in another episode that I needed to focus better on individual things that I am doing rather than simply trying to do everything at once. It's sort of like pleasing people. You can't please everybody, so you just need to please the people who are important to you. Which is why I try to please you guys, and why for the arcology, we're going to just deal with metal. Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch to give you guys a big compliment, but whatever. So, okay, this should be good. So like I said, I have a plan, believe it or not. What we are going to do is we're going to make new Engelland a metal town. We're going to make the metal, we're going to make tons of metal, produce tons of metal, or rather, the hell? And produce tons of metal. Because what we care about is getting metal. That is the only goal of this city now. Yeah, that should be good. And having 2.1 million to play with, I have the ability to do what I need to do. So bear with me while I do my opening moves. moves concluded. So all industry in this city, in New England, will be committed completely to the gathering of ore and processing that into metal and alloy. We've spent nearly $1 million. Oh god, maybe I should add some water too. We've spent nearly $1 million, which will now increase slightly, even more. But it was what was needed to be done. Oh, God. Now, if you're asking, could I have done this without destroying absolutely everything? The answer is yes. Yes, I could have. But it wouldn't have been nearly as much fun. So... this is how we do. And so is this. Unlimited water trick activated. Now, there will be growing pains with this city. Hell, I may have even screwed myself entirely. Again. But, it's going to be a fun trip as we go. And, oh yeah, power. To hell with the environment. We need cash. Okay. Am I still buying power for some reason? Okay, let's stop that nonsense. Okay, so, the advisors are going to freak out, but this is going to be for the best, according to my mental calculations. Assuming we don't import too much coal here, which I don't think we will. Let's see, we need... Yes, wait, what? Oh, well, let's take care of that whole problem then too, shall we? Let's see if I remember right. Lowers pollution but increases coal rate. Well... Right now we need money, so it's not going to happen. And one to grow on. There we go. Alright, so now we've spent $1.1 million to do this. But people will move in. It will be a slow process. Obviously. And of course we're going to soak up the taxes while we wait. So people will move in. If I speed through this much more, we will start to have some serious problems. What? What do you want? I'll do it later. I'll say I'll do it so you stop bothering me. I wish there was a way I could turn that crap off. The speech bubbles, I mean. So we're going to monitor our numbers here. We have 3,000 unfilled jobs, but people are trickling in. I just need to make sure there are enough houses to accommodate them all. And surely, we do not have enough people yet. Now, the other thing I need to do is I need to start saying that metal and alloy will be exported until we can start recovering from this ridiculous deficit I just gave myself. Wait, what? No, I didn't want ore. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let me make sure I did that right. Coal is to be imported. Yes, okay. Export. Export. And import. Export. Export. There we go. Okay. So, assuming all the buildings can get enough workers, and assuming they can start processing stuff like this smelting factory here, we will be alright. And once we get a profit going, we'll set it so that we'll start sending some to the Great Work site. And we'll be all set. So I'm kind of I'm kind of afraid to go to triple speed because now that I've done all this, I'm not so sure how it's going to wind up looking. So I just want to take my time for a little bit, make sure we're okay. The monthly transaction number is going to be way the hell off. Actually, everything here is going to be way the hell off until New England starts performing as New England, as opposed to Old England with a totally psychotic mayor who just completely overhauled everything. But while I'm at it, I shouldn't sit idle. We're going to go ahead and start expanding out the residential zones. Because without people to work in the mines, we're pretty screwed. But again, just to make sure all you guys are not paranoid, I will not be doing this to Lee Dozer. I have other plans for Lee Dozer. And that doesn't sound creepy at all, I'm sure. But, like I said at the beginning, desperate times, and this was certainly desperate. Given that England had an incredible amount of money to work with, figured I could take a little risk and try to... Why did I do that? I want to... It's probably going to take up room. Let's actually dezone this part. And, in fact, bulldoze that commercial building that's popping up. I'll give the residential zones room to grow. And there we go. Okay. So obviously the original experiment that I was trying with Lee Dozer completely failed, which was to get people to move in here as quickly as possible. And see, we still somehow have people commuting out, despite there being a whole bunch of unfilled jobs in this city. But that will change, especially since we only have 426 now people. I guess we can make everybody a little bit happier by plunking a city hall, which I blew up, and a mayor's house, which I blew up, and a mayor's mansion, which is too expensive, so screw it. But this is good enough for now. I've sort of lost track of how long all that time-lapsing was, so this episode will be long. It's going to be about, about 18 minutes minus, or plus the time lapses. So, because I do, well, obviously I do all the time lapses in post. I don't properly time them during the, oh, wow, okay. Still? Oh, no, you're just, oh, excuse me, water's just taking forever. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm actually totally sober right now, and I still did all that, but this is still kind of a drinking night. It was a fairly unfun week for me at my day job, and although I don't want to be one of those types of guys, I apparently am, and there are times when I just have to kind of forget where I work for a while. So right now, I am not drinking, but I may grab my bottle of Irish cream for too much longer. It'll help numb the pain of this game. Not that the game's painful, just numb my mistakes. Or amplify them. But, you know, I had mentioned at the very beginning of the LP, I was tired of playing 100% efficiently. I was tired of having to be so very precise with everything I did due to writing the IGN Entertainment Strategy Guide wiki. So I decided to do this dramatically. See, if I had been doing this for the guide, I couldn't afford to take this kind of gamble. So I would have actually had to slow down and try to think my way out of it and, you know, generally be a normal gamer instead of a psychopath. But, hey. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit psychotic in video games. Hence my Wolverine videos. So, yeah. All right. So what do we have going on here? Yeah, let's actually... That's one thing I did not do. I forgot to do modules for... I don't need that. I'm not too concerned about like jail cell size or whatever, but I am concerned as usual about the response time of my fire trucks and my lack of fire trucks to begin with. So hopefully... Because I don't want to just blow through all my cash immediately. 2 million goes pretty fast if you are completely uncontrolled. But everything I've done here is tactical. It may not be wise per se, but it is tactical. And speaking of tactical, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close down the buildings that are not currently producing. So I'll keep the trade depots open. Those 2 ore mines are operational, although without employees they're not really running all that efficiently at the moment, but that's okay. We will have people who move in. Perhaps, in fact, I will actually lower taxes, as I should have done, rather than raise them. I'll leave that at 10%. That way we can get more poor people moving in as quickly as possible. So let me know in the comments, by the way, if you actually enjoy my voice like this. I don't like being vain or paranoid or whatever, but I am. And you know, I've mentioned I'm an open book. When I was a kid, I was relentlessly bullied, and it made me very self-conscious, and that's why it's very rare for me to feel like I'm the cool guy in the room, or in this case, a well-liked YouTube commenter, because I just always have this notion that everybody secretly hates me all the time, which is a very unhealthy attitude, but so it goes. There are a lot of cars trying to get out of here. So this is what I'm confused about. I'm not sure where all these cars have come from, because traffic should not be a problem when there's only 591 people in the city, but I suppose it's starting to thin out, and a lot of that traffic is moving vans, so that's something. So hopefully I've slowed the bleeding enough. I probably haven't, but we'll see. Okay, I meant to explain the whole reason I'm doing this. What in the hell is going on with altitude here? I can't pack more houses into the thing if they keep making stupid cliffs, can I? Alright, so, what I was saying, or what I am doing, is that New England is going to focus on metal and alloy, and that's it. They're not going to worry about oil. They're not going to worry about processors. They're not going to worry about the consumer electronics factory. The only thing I give a crap about in this city is metal and alloy, because again, I have a plan. But this one should actually work. So, but that's assuming my money holds out, and that is a tricky bit of business, because it sort of depends on how well I plan this. And how soon people can move in. Traffic is going to be a bit of a nightmare for a while. Why is that so? Oh, because it's by the... Oh, okay. What is that? Okay, that's not so bad. We need poor people more than we need anything else, so... Ugh, I didn't want to join these roads up. Because there's... One reason is there... Oh, duh. Let's expand this way. Pyro, think. Oh, I know what I'll do. We will convert this to a medium density. Actually, we'll just wait until the next episode for that, because I think I'm over 20 minutes, including the time lapse. So, thanks for watching, everybody. If this is the first time you've seen one of these, one of my videos, I promise I don't usually do things this dramatically without some sort of advance notice. But it was fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.